Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday, March 31st, and today I'm joined by a special guest. This is my daughter, Natalie.
Hi.
What's that?
Hi.
Oh, there you go. So she's going to help us out today. Before we get started going over yesterday's assignment from CNN 10, a few announcements. One, oftentimes parents are reaching out and wondering if they can get access to Google Classroom. My first reaction to that, my first response to that is, guys, ladies, gentlemen, show your parents your Google Classroom. There really isn't any reason why they have to have access on their own if you're keeping them up to date by literally showing them Google Classroom from each of your classes each day. That would be super helpful. Something else. Yesterday's assignment was based on CNN 10. It's a good idea to just watch it each day. I'm not going to mention it each day or assign it each day, but it's a good idea to stay on top of things, and it's a good idea to check out that video. So please consider doing that. As you know, it's only 10 minutes. And we never watch all 10 minutes, so you can watch just a portion of it. Also, starting today, I'm going to try and give you feedback on every assignment. And today I did that with the CNN 10 assignment from yesterday. So you can see any comments I've made there, and I'm going to give you some feedback. One thing I'm noticing is even if students are completing it thoroughly, lots of spelling mistakes, guys, lots of them. Please shore up those holes and check your spelling. Okay, so let's get into yesterday's CNN 10 assignment, and Natalie's going to help me with that. All right. So remember, this is from yesterday's Monday, March 30th, CNN 10. So, Natalie, how many cases of COVID-19 were there in the world when yesterday's CNN 10 was produced?
More than 684,000.
More than 684,000. So we're getting close to 750,000 COVID-19 cases in the world. How many cases are there in the United States, Natalie?
125,000.
Yeah, around 125,000. Okay. This required a little bit of research. You had to go out on your own. But as of now, how many cases are there in Maine?
303.
And how many people have passed away because of the virus?
5?
Yes. So I looked at, as of yesterday afternoon, there were 275 cases in Maine with 3 deaths. I just checked a couple of minutes ago. 303 cases, like you said, 5 deaths. Okay. So the 2 deaths have occurred in the past 24 hours or so. Moving on. What percent of Americans have been told to stay home?
66%.
Yeah. So roughly 2/3 of Americans have been told to stay home. What state, I think that should be which state, but whatever. Which state is the hardest hit by the virus?
New York.
New York is getting hammered by it. What are ventilators?
They are machines that help patients breathe.
Yeah, these are very important. Did I spell breathe wrong? I did. See, I'm correcting my spelling mistake. Ventilators are machines that help hospital patients breathe. So a lot of people are having respiratory problems with the virus, and these are super important for them. Okay, this is a hard one. But last Friday, Congress passed and the president signed. Have you ever seen that? President of the United States. Okay. Signed a stimulus package. How much is it worth?
$2 trillion.
$2 trillion with a T. Can you provide me a definition of stimulus that best fits this situation?
A thing that rouses activity or energy in someone or something.
Yeah. So it's something that like spurs something on. You know what, like literally what spurs are?
Yeah, like they're on the back of like cowboys' shoes.
Yeah,
and
what do
they
they
hit the
use?
horses
Yeah, they kick the horses to get them to do what?
to move.
So we're not using spurs on our feet, but this stimulus is meant to spur the economy. Like, so can you explain any more about that? Or no?
Make the economy move. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So basically, the government is going to be sending many Americans checks, flat out money, cash money. And this is to help help people and the economy. How so? Get people money, maybe pay some bills, maybe buy some groceries, but help the economy move forward. Okay, so this next question, I didn't want students to type in any answer, but wanted students to go and figure out how much money their family might get from the stimulus package. And then the last thing I just do yesterday was to pick a political cartoon and discuss it. So we're going to do that together with a couple of cartoons we've already looked at. So let's go there now. Before we get there, I thought this might be useful just for some understanding, because we keep seeing, and this comes up in the political cartoon, we keep seeing the word pandemic. And throughout my life, I'm aware of the word, but more often we hear the word epidemic. So I wanted to distinguish these two. So can you read the definition for pandemic, please, Natalie?
A pandemic is a disease that is spread across a country or the world.
Is that what we're dealing with right now?
Yes.
What's an epidemic?
An epidemic is a disease that is less widespread.
Good. All right, so let's get rid of that. We don't need that. So which one do you want to look at first? This one?
Sure.
Or this one? This one?
Sure, that one.
So, all right. So Natalie, students out there know that this was the first time Natalie has looked at a political cartoon, and I asked her exactly what I asked you guys. What do you see?
I see two neighbors.
What are they doing?
They are putting out campaign signs.
Okay. For what election?
The presidential election.
When is that?
In November.
Okay. So the neighbor on the right, who does he support for president?
Biden.
What's Biden's first name?
Joe.
Good. What did he used to be?
I don't know.
He used to be vice president of the United States.
Oh.
Do you know who he was the vice president for?
No.
Who was the president before Trump?
Barack Obama.
There you go. So this guy's a Biden supporter. Do you know what political party Joe Biden is?
Democrat.
Mm-hmm. While this neighbor is putting up a re-elect Trump 2020 poster, what political party is Trump?
Republican.
Good. All right. So this guy's wondering something. What's he wondering?
He's wondering how long all of this pandemic sense of community will last.
What's this sense of community he speaks of?
Everybody's supporting each other because we're all going through this.
So one thing I think I've shared with you guys is at 11, for several months, it seemed as if Americans put their differences aside and worked together and got along. However, how long has this sense of community lasted, Natalie? Or will it last? Will it last?
No.
No. Why? What's standing in the way of this sense of community?
The election.
Yeah, and politics.
Mm-hmm,
all right.
politics.
So let's look at this one now. This is kind of similar in a way. What do we got here?
A woman and a man talking about the presidential campaign.
Mm-hmm. What is she wondering?
She's wondering if the virus will hurt the presidential campaign.
No, we hadn't talked about this. What does she mean, hurt the campaign?
Like, not make it as, I don't know.
Get of it?
Yeah.
Get in the way. Okay. And what's his response to her question?
There's a presidential campaign.
So he seems to have forgotten that there's a presidential campaign?
Yeah.
Probably not, but for the cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
right? What has taken his attention away from the campaign?
COVID-19 tests.
Yeah. So let me break in here. There's a company in Maine that I haven't taken a deep dive into this, but is creating a test that allows for results more quickly. So that's something local. What else is he reading about?
And job loss.
Why is there job loss?
Because everything's closing, so there's no need for people to be working.
What else are people focused on over here to the right?
Social distancing.
And what did you notice that I hadn't really noticed?
Quarantine is spelled wrong.
Yeah. Are we in quarantine right now?
Yeah.
How awesome is it?
Not
Not.
fun.
And there are closures. All right.
Yeah.
Anything more on that?
No.
Okay. So you ready to sign off?
Yeah.
You want to wave? All right. Bye, everybody. Special guest Natalie Rand joined us today. We'll see if we can get some more guests in the future. As always, reach out to me if you have any questions. This is me wasting time trying to figure out how to stop the video. I think I'm going to do that right now. All right, guys. Later.